Hello everyone. Today we will be discussing the community of Land O'Lakes, Florida. The objectives we are going to be covering are the historical overview, a community analysis including structure, environment, population, health-related resources, government and public policy, prioritize community needs, as well as a summary of global community issues. After the Seminole Indians were forced to leave the area during the 1880s, resettlement began in the region now known as Land O'Lakes. There was a stagecoach relay station between Brooksville and Tampa, which led to the development of this and many other small towns near the railroad. Most communities in that region were lumber and turpentine towns because of the abundance of pine trees in the area. The first post office and school were established in Myrtle during the 1890s. Drexel Missionary Baptist Church was founded in 1929 and met at the schoolhouse. It is now known as First Baptist Church of Land O'Lakes. During the 1930s, citrus became the primary industry in that area. Later, a tourist attraction called Dupree Gardens began operating during World War II. The entire region was known as Denham Drexel until a public contest was held in 1950 to rename the area. It was appropriately named Land O'Lakes after its numerous lakes in the area. Land O'Lakes High School opened its doors in 1975. After the freeze of 1985, very few orange groves survived in the region. At that time, many landowners sold their property to developers and the subdivisions began to go up. The Land O'Lakes population began to increase rapidly during the 1990s. Since 2000, there has been a 52.6% population increase. On October 27, 2012, presidential candidate Mitt Romney spoke at a rally at Land O'Lakes High School. There are a total of 16 K-12 schools in the Land O'Lakes community. There are no colleges or technical schools in the immediate Land O'Lakes area. A lack of college-level educational opportunities could possibly become an issue for the growing community. The public library is the Land O'Lakes Branch Library, which holds many events and classes for people of all ages. There are many places of worship in the community, and they are primarily Christian churches. There are no places of worship listed for non-Christians in the Land O'Lakes community. Land O'Lakes has a community center and park. The Land O'Lakes Recreation Complex is home to an athletic park open 7 days a week, and it has 79.3 acres of land with a pool and several fields for baseball, football, soccer, tennis, and basketball. There are also shelters and pavilions that can be reserved for parties, a playground, picnic area, and dog park. Land O'Lakes is Pasco County's fastest growing community. There are a total of 51 subdivisions in the area which feature a combination of single-family homes, condos, and townhomes. There is no low-income, affordable housing offered in Land O'Lakes. The closest listed is the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development approved housing in Dade City, about 23 miles away. The Suncoast Trail, open 7 days a week from dawn until dusk, is 42 miles of paved trail starting in Hillsborough County through Pasco and ending in Hernando County. It is part of Florida's system of greenways and trails. The majority of the trail is in Pasco County. There are water stations, covered tables, restrooms, information kiosks, public telephones, and wildlife viewing areas located at trailheads and major intersections. The central booking and intake location for all of Pasco County is at the Land O'Lakes Detention Center. All individuals arrested and held without bond or those from other states and counties awaiting trial in Pasco County or those who are unable to post bond are all housed in this detention facility. The Pasco County Sheriff's Office offers crime prevention and safety awareness about various topics including child and infant safety, parent options for ungovernable children, boating safety, vehicle safety, home burglary protection, identity theft, and human trafficking. They also offer child fingerprinting, DNA kits, and even a vacation house check where members of the Citizen Service Unit will make regular security checks on homes where residents are on vacation. Land O'Lakes Station 28 is part of the Central Pasco Volunteer Fire Department and Pasco County Emergency Services. They offer community fire protection, medical services, and community outreach. Pasco County Utilities is the main water supplier to the majority of Pasco County, including Land O'Lakes. With the population of Land O'Lakes on the rise, it may be prime time to take a good look at the effectiveness of a volunteer fire department and whether or not they are able to adequately serve the rapidly growing community. This could present a challenge for a small, all-volunteer fire department. Volunteer fire departments are suitable for small, rural towns that can't afford the wages of full-time professional firefighters working around the clock. However, in Land O'Lakes, with a population of 31,996 and growing, as well as a median household income that far surpasses the Florida average, it may be time to look to the future and a paid fire department. The overall community health needs include, number 1, obesity, which has been on a dramatic rise over the last 20 years in the United States. Number 2 is heart disease, which is the leading cause of death among men and women in the U.S. Number 3 is diabetes. It is the 7th leading cause of death in adults, and it is thought to be underreported. Number 4 is stroke. It is the leading cause of long-term disability in the U.S. Number 5 is substance abuse, which has destructive consequences for individuals and society as a whole. And number 6 is mental health. Education is needed to reduce the stigma of mental illness and remove the barriers for people seeking treatment.
Pasco County is governed by 5 elected officials that make up the Board of County Commissioners. The board oversees the budget, the appointment of department chairs, and the appropriation of funds. Each board member is elected in their respective districts for a 4-year term and can be re-elected as there are no term limits. The board meetings are held every other Tuesday in either the West Pasco County Government Center in Newport Richey or in the Pasco County Historic Courthouse in Dade City. Depending upon the topic discussed at these meetings, attendance can vary from an overly packed boardroom to 5 to 10 residents present. These meetings can also be watched on the Pasco television channel or can be live streamed via the Pasco County website at www.pascocountyfl.net. Commissioner Ted Schrader is serving his 4th term on the Board of County Commissioners since 2000. He is the elected official for District 1, which encompasses most of the eastern and northeastern parts of the county, which includes Upper Hills and Dade City. He is currently serving as the chairman of the board and also has served as the chairman in 2002-2003 and in 2007-2008. He is also the board member on the Tampa Bay Water Committee and served as chairman from 2005 to 2007. Commissioner Schrader is also the president of the Pasco County Farm Bureau. Pasco County is governed by 5 elected officials that make up the Board of County Commissioners. The board oversees the budget, the appointment of department chairs, and the appropriation of funds. Each board member is elected in their respective districts for a 4-year term and can be re-elected as there are no term limits. The board meetings are held every other Tuesday in either West Pasco Government Center in Newport Richey or in the Pasco County Historic Courthouse in Dade City. Depending upon the topic discussed at these meetings, attendance can vary from an overly packed boardroom to 5 to 10 residents present. These meetings can also be watched on Pasco television channel or can be live streamed via the Pasco County website at www.pascocountyfl.net. Commissioner Ted Schrader is serving his 4th term on the Board of County Commissioners since 2000. He is the elected official for District 1, which encompasses most of the eastern and northeastern parts of the county, which includes Upper Hills and Dade City. He is currently serving as the chairman of the board and also served as the chairman in 2002 to 2003 and in 2007 to 2008. He is also a board member on the Tampa Bay Water Committee and has served as chairman from 2005 to 2007. Commissioner Schrader is also the president of the Pasco County Farm Bureau. County Commissioner Mike Moore is the elected official for District 2, which includes Land O'Lakes and Wesley Chapel. He was just elected to the board for the first time in 2014. He serves on several committees, including Tampa Bay Area Regional Transportation Authority and Circuit Court Conflict 6th Judicial Circuit. Commissioner Starkey is the elected board member for District 3, which includes the areas of Trinity and Holiday. She was a member of the Pasco County School Board. She was elected in 2004, re-elected in 2008 without opposition, and serves as chairwoman in her third year. She has been appointed to various positions 5 times by 3 governors, including Governor Jeb Bush, Governor Charlie Crist, and Governor Rick Scott, and as well as former Senate President John McKay. Commissioner Wells is the elected board member for District 4, which includes Newport Richey. This is his first term as a board member of County Commissioners. He has an extensive history of volunteering and civic committees in Pasco County and is looking forward to being part of things to come. Commissioner Jack Mariano is the elected official for District 5, which includes Hudson and parts of Port Richey. He is currently serving his second term. He was first elected in 2004 and at that time served as chairman of the Board of Commissioners. The budget of Pasco County is decided and voted on by the Board of County Commissioners annually. Residents of Pasco County may attend these board meetings and sign up to be one of the speakers so that their opinion and voice will be heard. On the Pasco County website, there is also a page that residents may suggest future initiatives to the board. The budget is posted for anyone to see and review and is extremely detailed. Looking over the initiatives, the overall goal seems to be the safety and the betterment of the residents of Pasco County. Some of the initiatives are to expand departments to offer new jobs to help the county. Others focus on building and street maintenance, but all seem to have one thing in common: to make Pasco a better place to live and vacation. Of the initiatives the budget listed, here are some that top the list as important to Pasco County residents. Safety is always at the top of the list, and funding for the Sheriff's Department and Fire Department is for more hours, updates of equipment, and to keep salaries competitive to retain and attract new employees. The capital maintenance program is designed to improve parks and recreation, such as the redevelopment of the SunWest Park and other local parks, which will in turn bring in more revenue. Public transportation initiative is to add more stops on County Road 54, which will allow residents to travel to work and shopping and increase economic growth for those areas. Public Works Maintenance Program's goals is to improve the quality of the roads. In my windshield survey, I showed how many of Pasco County's roads are riddled with potholes and are in need of resurfacing. The Chronic Inebriate Program was devised to help lessen arrests of chronic inebriates and offer them help and rehabilitation efforts. Tobacco usage is one of the leading causes of preventable death worldwide. The World Health Organization and the 2013 World Health Assembly both addressed this rising epidemic and called for a 30% decrease in tobacco usage by 2025. Both agencies agree that increasing the price of tobacco will decrease the amount of tobacco used, but that other interventions need to be made. Decreasing tobacco advertisements, such as in China, will help decrease the younger generation from starting tobacco usage. The World Health Organization also suggests that each country made smoking cessation programs more accessible and pharmacological interventions and aids be more easily accessible to physicians and patients alike. By achieving these goals, 200 million lives could be saved by 2025 and almost 1 billion lives saved by the end of the century. As evidenced by research and the windshield survey, access to healthcare in Land O'Lakes can be challenging for those with transportation issues or healthcare coverage issues. From Land O'Lakes Boulevard, also known as U.S. Highway 41, to Interstate 75, several doctors' offices and walk-in clinics are available. However, for those that are uninsured, these offices and clinics are not options as they depend on health insurance reimbursements and upfront payments. Off of US 41, there is a Pasco County Health Department building which services this area of Pasco County. No hospitals are in the close vicinity of Land O'Lakes, especially for those that may need to use public transportation. As for hospitals, one must travel a ways to get to a hospital for emergency care or for labor and delivery. As evidenced by research and the windshield survey, access to healthcare in Land O'Lakes can be challenging for those with transportation issues or healthcare coverage issues. From Land O'Lakes Boulevard, also known as US Highway 41, to Interstate 75, several doctors' offices and walk-in clinics are available. However, for those that are uninsured, these offices and clinics are not options, as they depend on health insurance reimbursements and upfront payments. Off of US 41, there is a Pasco County Health Department building which services this area of Pasco County. 3 hospitals surround Land O'Lakes, but none are within an easy distance, especially during higher traffic volume times, making emergencies and/or labor and delivery issues a challenge. Healthy People 2020 focuses on decreasing disease of all kinds. Some of the more preventable deaths, such as Land O'Lakes' top 3 causes of death, all have risk factors that can lower your risk for these diseases. Cancer is a leading cause of death not only in this community but in the United States population as a whole, with heart disease in second place and stroke in third. Healthy People 2020 has identified the risk factors that all 3 of these leading causes of death as smoking cigarettes, poor physical condition or lack of exercise, obesity, poor diet, and lack of screening for these preventable diseases. For heart disease and stroke, lowering these risk factors such as high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetes, in addition to the others mentioned, will also help decrease chances of having coronary heart disease or stroke. The population of Land O'Lakes as compared to the state of Florida has some pretty large disparities. According to this last census in 2010, Land O'Lakes is not as diverse of a population as that of the state of Florida. I agree with these numbers as evidenced by my windshield survey earlier this semester. The health issues that accompany this population will be discussed in another slide.